just wanted to give you guys a short little check-in of how Jess and I are doing in Dallas, Texas right now. Some of you have been following our journey from China to California to our wedding to now going back to China, and some of you maybe just saw this and said, hey, my friends Jess and Austin are trying to go back to China. What the heck is up with that, and are they crazy? Well, the short answer is yes, because of how hard it is to get back into China right now. So we are currently at our Airbnb in Dallas, Texas. By the way, look how beautiful this Airbnb is. I must say, there's a gym down there. Jess did a wonderful job in finding a place for us to stay, to teach, and to relax. Throughout this whole journey of us going back to China, we will have to teach full time, basically. We have good teammates who are gonna help us if we have bad Wi-Fi or have bad connections, but we're gonna be teaching full time for the next 6 weeks or however long this is going to take. So, getting to Dallas was pretty smooth. Our flights out of LA on Tuesday were great. Getting the car was great. Getting our luggage was great. Getting checked into the Airbnb was really smooth. And getting all of our food for the next week and things we'll need have been going really well. So we're really grateful that it's been really easy. There's lots of stuff around, and Texas is very different than Los Angeles, but I guess most places in the US are probably pretty different than Los Angeles. So we just took our first COVID test today. We are waiting for, you guessed it, hopefully negative results tonight. Should be negative results. We would be pretty shocked if it came back positive, and that would be, we don't talk about that. So waiting for those results to come back tonight, and then the next couple of days we will excuse me, we will be kind of resting, catching up on some paperwork, catching up on some grad school for Jess, and getting ready to teach next week and hopefully get on that plane on Thursday. Our next big thing is next Tuesday, March 22nd, which is our second COVID test. It'll include the same test we took today and blood work as well. And if this test also comes back negative, then we will have hopefully the green light to be able to get to China. So some of you may be asking, okay, you were in Los Angeles, now you're in Dallas, Texas. And I want to fill you guys in with why are we in Dallas, Texas, and what are we doing? Well, currently it's very difficult to get into China, and there's lots of little small requirements that you need that we've been working on for the past 9 months to be able to go back. And now we have this little small window to be able to go and fly into China. So part of the requirements is that you are in your US departure city for 1 week before your flight. And unfortunately, there was just no flights in Seattle or San Francisco or Los Angeles for us to be able to go back to the part of China that we want to go to. So we had to come to Dallas to basically do a 7-day quarantine here, or a 7-day stay here. During this day, we have to take a test today and then take another test next Wednesday. And if both of those tests come back negative, then we can take that and some other paperwork that we have to do, some documents, take all of this, send it to the Chinese embassy, and hopefully get this special thing called a green QR health code. And it is the kind of only thing that will allow us to board our plane next Thursday. And those are just the requirements of what we have to do. Without going into too many details of all of that jargon, here's a kind of short synopsis of what the next week's gonna look like for us. Took our test today. Next big test is next Tuesday, March 22nd. We'll move closer to the airport on the 23rd, and that is the same day we should also be receiving this fancy green QR health code. And then Thursday, March 24th, we will hopefully fly out and be heading to Shanghai, China to begin our 5-week quarantine. We're not exactly sure what those 5 weeks are gonna look like yet, but just wanted to give you guys a short update of what that's like. So, things you can be thinking about and lifting about right now. In China, the COVID cases are starting to rise pretty fast, mostly in the northern and southern part of China, and we are flying into the middle central part of China. But also in Shanghai, the cases have been increasing pretty fast. So much so that the Aviation Bureau of Shanghai basically said that they're going to divert about 100 international flights for the next 6 weeks out of Shanghai. So far, our flight is not affected by that. We hope over the next week or so that our flight will continue to be not affected by that. And of course, once we are in China, things will be much simpler. But it's this short window and this big push that we have over the next week to try and get to China. If not, we're not exactly sure what the window is going to look like going forward for us. So those are kind of the main updates. We're doing well in Dallas. We're figuring out just how to keep life going here, how to teach, how to make sure we're keeping up on our work that we have. We're doing tests, driving around, figuring out where that stuff is. And then next Wednesday is the big day. That's the day that we will get our green QR health code. If all that comes back, then we will be on a flight on Thursday, March 24th. That is the hope. That is what we are shooting for. And we'll keep videoing everything and trying to give you guys a little inside look of what's been going on. And especially as we get into quarantine in China, we'll really be trying to show you guys what exactly a Chinese quarantine hotel is going to look like. So we're nervous and excited. I don't know which one wins out more often. I think Jess would say that nervousness wins out more often. But yeah, we're doing okay. We're in his hands and we're in his timing, which is the best place to be, even if we don't think it sometimes. So we'll just see. We'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully in about 8 days, the background in the change in the air is going to change, or the background in the air is going to change significantly. So that's our hope. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next one.